Okay. Now we are looking at a slide which shows like what is the defects per million opportunity for the processes which are running at the different process capability level. So if the process is running at a Six Sigma level of process capability, then as I was telling you, the defects produced is only 3.4 defects per million opportunity. That means out of 1 million products, whatever you are going to produce, only three products are going to be defective. For example, you know that in Indian railways is a massive network of railways. So maybe on a single day, maybe 1 million traffic signal changeovers are happening. So out of this 1 million traffic changeovers, even if maybe 10 or 15 changeovers are going to be faulty, then they may end up in a very major accident, right? So until unless these process defect sets are very, very low, then the impact is going to be very high. Again, you take case of the airplane landing or takeoff, right? So again, that can be considered a process. And if across the globe, if 1 million aircraft landings are happening every quarter, then out of these 1 million landings, only 3 landings are going to be defective, right? We cannot offer more defects in that case. In that case, a lot of human life is going to be lost. So typically we find that if a process is running at 5 sigma level, then we are producing 230 defects per million opportunity. So if your process is running at 5 or 6 sigma, then we can call them as a world class. Because again, not many companies are operating at such a low rate. So we can call yourself as a world class company if your defect rates are very low at a 5 sigma or a 6 sigma level. Most of the companies, they will be operating between 3 and 4 sigma. If your process is running at 4 sigma, your defect rate is 6,200 units per million opportunity. So that will just boil down to 0.62%. And for the 3 sigma process, the defect rate is going to be 6.7%. So typically, you will be, most of the companies are running at 3 to 4 sigma. So we call that as a industry average. Okay? Industry average. And if you are operating at 1 or 2 sigma, then your defect rates are very high, so that you are not going to be competitive. Very soon, you are going to be out of the market, right? So if the process is running at 3 sigma, you are producing 6.7% as the scrap rate, then 20 to 30% of the revenue, whatever you are going to generate, is going to be lost because of the defects. So either you are scrapping the material, or you are doing some rework, or you are having some downtime in your equipment, or you are doing some sorting and repairing at the customer pay. So some sort of wastage is going on in your process. So that is going to be an average of around 20 to 30%. So you take that as an average as 25%. So if your process is running at 3 sigma level, then 25% of your sale is going to be lost because of the quality issues. But if your process is going to be a 6 sigma level, then the total wastage is going to be less than 10%. So you consider that as an average of 5%. So if you are going to improve your process from 3 sigma to 6 sigma, then you are going to save 25 minus 5. That means 20%. So 20% of the revenue you will be able to save if you are able to improve the process capability from 3 sigma to 6 sigma. So that is going to be a huge saving for any organization. And that is the reason why most of the companies, they want to implement 6 sigma. A lot of cost savings will be there, and then your product and service will become more and more competitive in the market. And again, it is very important to know that the Six Sigma certification is not given to organizations, right? For example, if your company is going for this ISO 9000 certification, so then they can apply to some external institutes, then they will come and do the audit. And if you meet the requirements of all the requirements of ISO 9000, then they will give you a certificate saying that this particular organization is certified for ISO 9001. But Six Sigma, it is not like that. So again, you know that in any organization, a lot of processes are there. So you have the production process, you have the sales process, you have the marketing process, you have the purchase process, you have the HR process, and even under HR process, you have the recruitment process, you have the salary calculation process, you have the training process. So like that, again, you are having so many different processes are there. So if in one process, you are currently running at 3 sigma, and if you by improving the process capability from 3 sigma to 6 sigma, then a lot of financial savings going to come. Then you can just work only on that particular process, and then you'll be able to achieve a lot of financial benefit. So this Six Sigma level of defect level can be calculated only at the process level, not at the organization level, right? So there is no organization in the world which can be called as a Six Sigma certified company. Okay. So here is a comparison between 99% accurate process and a Six Sigma process. For example, now I just ask a question to you, like what is the yield in your current process? Like how much, what percentage of the product are passing, and how much percentage is being rejected? Then you may probably say that currently your yield is 99%. That means only 1% of whatever